Hello, everyone, and a truly massive warm welcome back to English Style, the place where improving your everyday English is always simple, natural, and incredibly fun. I'm Elena, your main teacher.
And hello from my side, too. I am Jack, your supportive co-host. It is absolutely brilliant to be back here in the studio with you today, Elena, and of course, hanging out with all of our amazing language learners listening to us from every corner of the world. Welcome to English Style with Jack and Elena.
Jack, before we reveal today's wonderful topic, I have a confession to make about what happened in my kitchen last night around 8 p.m.
Oh, a kitchen confession. This sounds interesting. Did you accidentally burn the house down trying to bake a cake, Elena, or did you order takeout food secretively?
Well, it wasn't a total disaster, but it was close. I decided to try a brand new recipe for a spicy vegetable curry. I wanted to make it special, so I added what I thought was 1 teaspoon of chili powder, but unfortunately, I accidentally dropped the entire container into the pot.
Oh no, the entire container? That sounds less like a delicious meal and more like a chemical weapon. What did you do?
My eyes were watering just looking at it. I tried to save it by adding coconut milk, yogurt, and extra potatoes, but it was just way too hot. In the end, my beautiful evening plan failed, and I had to eat a simple bowl of plain cereal for my evening meal.
That is absolutely hilarious, Elena. Eating cereal at 9 p.m. while looking at a pot of fiery curry is definitely a memorable moment. But you know what? That actually fits perfectly with what we are discussing today.
It really does, Jack. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that every single person can relate to, no matter where they live. We are going to talk about your dinner routine.
This is such a fantastic topic for B1 and pre-intermediate learners. When you are socializing with English speakers, coworkers, or homestay families, you'll constantly talk about what you eat, how you cook, and how you spend your evenings.
Exactly, Jack. Discussing your evening food habits involves a lot of natural vocabulary, phrasal verbs, and idioms. Today, we are going to break everything down into 4 distinct real-life scenarios, contrasting casual slang with formal options. Let's jump straight into our very first scenario.
All right, let's start with the very beginning of the evening. You come home after a long day of work or study, your stomach is growling, and you need to figure out what to cook. English Style with Jack and Elena.
In a highly casual setting, when you are talking to your family members, roommates, or partner, native speakers love to use informal phrasal verbs. One of the most common expressions you will hear when people talk about preparing a quick, lazy meal is to whip up something. For example, you could say, "I'm too tired to follow a big recipe, so I'm just going to whip up a quick pasta dish."
Oh, to whip up is a classic. Let's explain that clearly for our listeners. It doesn't mean using a real whip in the kitchen. It simply means to cook or prepare a meal very quickly, usually without planning ahead or using complex ingredients. It's fast and easy.
Exactly. Another common informal phrase people use when they have a lot of random ingredients in the fridge and want to create a meal is to throw together. For instance, let's just throw together a green salad with whatever vegetables we have left.
Throw together is perfect because it sounds so relaxed. It means you aren't being precise or fancy. You're just mixing things quickly. Now, Elena, what about an idiom for when you are incredibly, massively hungry before dinner?
In casual English, we say, "I'm starving," or "I could eat a horse." For example, "What is for dinner? I'm starving. I could eat a horse right now."
Please don't eat a horse, everyone. It just means your hunger is very strong. Now, let's change gears. What if you're at a formal dinner party, or you're writing an English essay about health habits, or speaking to a doctor? How do you express these ideas standardly or formally?
Formally, instead of saying whip up, you should use phrases like to prepare a meal from scratch. For instance, I prefer to prepare a wholesome dinner from scratch using fresh, organic ingredients every evening.
From scratch is a wonderful phrase. It means you start from the very beginning with basic raw ingredients. You aren't using pre-made sauces or frozen boxes. It is a very healthy way to live.
Yes, and instead of saying, I'm starving, a formal option is to say, I have a robust appetite this evening, or after my evening workout, my appetite increases significantly.
Robust appetite sounds incredibly elegant, Jack. It shows a high level of English fluency. Another formal verb for choosing what to eat is to select a culinary option. As in, we decided to select a traditional seafood option for our evening meal. Now let's move on to our second scenario. Let's imagine you are absolutely too exhausted to cook from scratch and your kitchen is completely closed for the night. You have two choices. You can order food to your house or you can go out to a restaurant. English Style with Jack and Elena.
This is where informal English gets really fun. In casual conversation, instead of saying, I want to order food online to be delivered to my house, native speakers simply use the phrasal verb to order in. For example, I'm exhausted. Let's just order in some Chinese food tonight.
Order in is so short and easy to use. Another incredibly popular casual word for this is takeout in American English or take away in British English. You can say, let's grab some takeout on the way home.
Yes. And what if you decide to leave the house completely and walk to a local diner or restaurant? Informally, we use the phrase to eat out. For example, we love to eat out at the local pizza place on Friday nights to celebrate the weekend.
Eat out is definitely an essential phrase for B1 learners. But Elena, what if you want to use slang for food in general? I often hear people use the word grub. Is that natural?
Yes, it is very natural but extremely informal. Grub just means food. You might hear someone say, hey, let's go grab some grub, I'm hungry. Use this only with close friends, never with your boss.
Definitely not with your boss. Now, how do we transform these phrases into formal, professional English? Let's say you're describing your evening routine during a business networking dinner or an IELTS speaking exam.
Formally, instead of eating out, we use the phrase to dine out or to patronize a restaurant. For example, you could say, my family frequently dines out at fine establishments on special occasions.
To dine out sounds very sophisticated. And what about ordering food delivery? How do we express that formally?
You can say to utilize a food delivery service. For instance, due to my demanding work schedule, I occasionally utilize food delivery services for my evening sustenance.
Wow, evening sustenance. Sustenance is an advanced word that means food or nourishment that keeps you alive and healthy. Using that will definitely impress any English examiner.
This conversation is flowing so perfectly, Jack. I am truly enjoying breaking down these kitchen and dinner habits. If all of our wonderful friends practicing their listening skills at home are finding this episode helpful for their daily vocabulary, please take a single second right now to like this video and subscribe to our channel, English Style.
Yes, please do. Your likes and subscriptions are the fuel that keeps our studio running, and it helps the English Style family reach thousands of students worldwide. And now it is time for our highly anticipated weekly keyword comment challenge, English Style with Jack and Elena.
Yes, we love tracking who is actively engaged and studying with us till the middle of the show. If you are watching and listening to our voices right now, go down to the comment section below and type the word dinner in big, bright capital letters.
Don't wait. Type dinner in the comments section right this second. It is a tiny, beautiful commitment to your language fluency goals. Remember, when you subscribe to English Style, you get access to natural, clear, and realistic content designed to help you speak English effortlessly without feeling stuck or nervous.
We check the comments constantly and love interacting with you, so go ahead and participate. Now, let's get right back to our third scenario.
Welcome back, everyone. For our third scenario, let's talk about the actual experience of sitting at the table, eating the food, and interacting with the people around you, whether it's your family, your partner, or your housemates. English Style with Jack and Elena.
This is a scenario where we talk about behavior, sharing food, and conversation habits. Informally, if you are eating dinner and you want someone to give you the salt, pepper, or water, you can casually say, "Pass the salt, please," or "Can you hand me the water?"
Those are simple and great. But what if someone is eating their food incredibly fast because they're so hungry? In casual English, we have a funny phrasal verb for that, to wolf down. For example, look at Jack. He is wolfing down his steak in 2 minutes.
To wolf down is such a great visual phrase. It means to eat like a wild wolf, very fast and in huge bites. Another similar casual phrase is to polish off. This means to completely finish a dish until nothing is left. For instance, "Wow, you polished off the entire plate of chicken wings."
Hey, I can't help it if the food is delicious. But Elena, what about the opposite? What if someone is not eating much because they feel full or don't like the food and they're just moving it around with their fork?
In casual conversation, we say to pick at your food. For example, "Are you feeling sick, Elena? You are just picking at your dinner tonight."
Picking at your food is a very useful phrase to describe someone who is eating tiny bits without any enthusiasm. Now, let's look at how we talk about these situations in a formal dinner setting, perhaps a business dinner with clients or a formal holiday event.
Formally, instead of saying wolf down, you would talk about consuming your meal hastily. For instance, it is considered impolite to consume your meal hastily during a formal dinner.
Yes, you definitely want to pace yourself. And instead of saying pass the salt, a more polite, formal phrase is, "Would you be so kind as to pass the seasoning, please?" Or, "Could you kindly direct the condiments this way?"
Condiments is an excellent formal category word for things like salt, pepper, mustard, or ketchup. Also, instead of saying picking at food, you can formally say to show a lack of appetite. For instance, the guest showed a lack of appetite due to a prior engagement.
Beautiful. And when you want to describe talking about your day with your family during dinner, formally, you can say to engage in evening discourse regarding daily activities. Discourse simply means a serious, structured conversation.
Our fourth and final scenario covers the part of the dinner routine that almost nobody likes, but everyone has to do. Cleaning up the kitchen and transitioning into relaxation mode before bed.
Oh, the dreaded cleaning part. Informally, when we talk about washing the plates, bowls, and forks, we use two very common phrases. We say to do the dishes or to do the washing up. For example, if you cook dinner, I will do the dishes tonight. English Style with Jack and Elena.
That is a very fair deal, Jack. To do the dishes is an absolute must-know phrase. Another casual phrase we use when we want to put away leftovers, the food that is left over and not eaten, is to pack away the food. For example, let's put the leftover lasagna in a plastic container and pack it away in the fridge.
Perfect. And after the kitchen is clean, we usually want to sit on the couch and relax. Informally, native speakers use verbs like to unwind, to chill out, or to veg out. For instance, after a heavy dinner, I just want to veg out on the couch and watch a movie.
Veg out is a very funny idiom, Jack. It means to relax completely and do absolutely nothing active, just like a quiet vegetable sitting in a garden. It's perfect for describing a lazy evening after a big meal.
It really is. But now, Elena, how do we express these clean-up and relaxation habits if we are speaking formally or professionally?
Formally, instead of doing the dishes, we use the term to sanitize the culinary utensils or to clear the dining area. For instance, it is our household policy to clear the dining area and sanitize the utensils immediately post-dinner.
Wow, post-dinner and sanitize. That sounds very hygienic and professional. And what about vegging out? How do we elevate that?
Formally, you would say, to engage in leisure activities to alleviate stress. Or, I prefer to spend my evening hours engaging in quiet contemplation or light reading to prepare for sleep.
Alleviate stress and quiet contemplation. Alleviate means to make a problem or a bad feeling less severe. It's a magnificent vocabulary word for intermediate learners trying to reach the next level.
Now, Jack, let's take all of these wonderful casual and formal terms we have explored today and put them into a realistic live role play. This will allow our B1 learners to hear how a conversation about dinner routines sounds in real life.
I am completely ready, Elena. For this role play, let's pretend we are two flatmates or roommates who have just returned home after a very busy, tiring day at our respective jobs. We are standing in our kitchen trying to organize our evening. I will start the dialogue. Let's go. English style with Jack and Elena. Hey, Elena. Wow, you look completely exhausted. Did you have a rough day at the office?
Hey, Jack. Yes, it was incredibly hectic today. I am absolutely starving. My stomach has been growling for the last hour. What are we doing for our evening meal tonight?
Well, I am pretty tired too, so I don't really want to prepare a complicated meal from scratch. I was thinking we could just whip up some simple egg-fried rice with whatever vegetables are left in the fridge.
That sounds easy, but honestly, I am so low on energy that I don't even want to chop vegetables. Why don't we just order in some Thai food? We can get that delicious green curry from the place down the street.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Let's utilize a food delivery service so we don't have to leave the house. I'll order a large chicken curry and some spring rolls. I feel like I could eat a horse tonight.
Perfect. Go ahead and place the order. While you do that, I'll clear the dining area so we have a clean space to eat when the food arrives.
Great idea. Wow, that curry was incredible. I think I completely wolfed it down. I polished off the entire container.
I noticed. You definitely had a robust appetite tonight, Jack. I only managed to eat half of mine, so I'm going to put the leftovers in a container and pack it away in the fridge for lunch tomorrow.
Sounds good. Hey, since we ordered takeout, we don't have many culinary utensils to wash. If you don't mind doing the few dishes, I can take out the trash.
Deal. Once we finish clearing up the kitchen, let's definitely engage in some leisure activities. I just want to chill out on the couch and watch our favorite TV show to alleviate some stress.
Absolutely. I am totally ready to veg out for the rest of the night. Let's do it.
And scene. That was an incredibly natural and realistic roommate conversation, Jack. Notice how seamlessly we switched between using casual words like whip up or veg out and clear structures like robust appetite or utilize a delivery service.
Exactly, Elena. That is the exact blend of English that helps pre-intermediate learners sound natural without feeling overwhelmed. You don't need to speak like a textbook all the time. You just need to know which phrase fits the right moment. English style with Jack and Elena.
Beautifully said, Jack. Remember, building confidence in a language requires daily consistency. The next time you sit down to eat your evening meal, look at your plate and try to describe your actions in English using these phrasal verbs.
Yes, practicing out loud in your kitchen is a wonderful way to build deep muscle memory. Well, everyone, that brings us to the very end of today's exhaustive episode on English style. We are so incredibly proud of you for dedicating your time to study with us today.
Thank you all so much for your amazing focus. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to English Style so you never miss a weekly episode, and leave your comment with our challenge word, dinner, right below this video.
Keep practicing your English every single day. Enjoy your evening meals, and we will see you all in our next exciting lesson. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy learning and have a beautiful night.